Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Toast Fairy, and today I'm just gonna be doing a little tier list video. And you're probably wondering, what kind of tier list video you making, Toast Fairy, at 6 in the morning? Well, I'll tell you. Okay, I woke up at like 4, and I don't know, I just didn't really feel like going back to bed. And I was thinking, with the Switch 2 and everything coming up soon. Hold on, that shit's in my face. With the Switch, god damn it, I I'm not even gonna bother fixing that. But the Switch 2 coming up super soon. Hold on, that's good. Okay, but the Switch 2 coming up super soon. I thought to myself, man, I've played a lot of not like a lot, but like I've played a bunch of the Switch like catalog, like almost all of like the major ones, all the major games that came out for it. And I figured, what were some of the best ones that I played? And like, how did I feel about them? Like, how would I rank them, like, on a tier list? So that's what I went ahead and made. I made a little tier list template right here. Yeah, and I just wanted to make a little video just ranking all the games that I have played. So you're probably wondering, like, wondering why, like, this is the most random assortment of Switch games, and not even all of them are exclusive games. But you know what? This is my fucking tier list. Dude, this is the okay. My rules when making this tier list were games that either are exclusive or games that I played nearly exclusively on the Switch. So like everything on here is just based off a Switch experience and just how it was to play on like this console's version of it. So even so, don't so. I'm sorry to the guys that are like, no PVC Battle for Neighborville's on the Xbox. Get out of here, man. This is my tier list. I want to do it how I want it. Okay. So, alright, let's just get straight into it. Pokemon Violet. Pokemon Violet. Man, Pokemon. I have such a complicated relationship when it comes to Pokemon Violet. Put this over here. Pokemon Violet. I've tried so many times to get into Pokemon, and that's what I was trying to do with this game. I bought it and I was just like, man, I have to, like everyone says how good Pokemon is, and I'm like, man, I want to enjoy the games. And I bought this because I was like, okay, I'm gonna like sit down, I'm gonna grind, I'm gonna really try to invest myself into this game. And oh my god, I couldn't. I couldn't. It's just, I'm gonna piss off so many people with this. I think Pokemon is so boring. It's just, you're walking, you come across a Pokemon, you fight it, it dies. That's it. That's all you do. 4 different things across the whole game. And I know there's so much more. There's like, I don't know. You have to like build out your team. You have to fight these gym leaders or whatever. Just can't, man. No matter how many times I get into this game, how many times I pick it up, every single game I buy, I just feel like I'm wasting my money. God damn it. Dude, I can't with Pokemon. I can't. And I'm sure this is a good game. I'm sure it's like, hold on. I'm sure it's a good game, but man, this is like based off my experience. And I know it had like a bunch of bugs and stuff. Like I remember that one, that one freaking dumbass, that eye bug where it's like, whoa, it would extend like the NPC's eyes, so it'd be like, like they would just shoot him out like 30 yards. But this is based off of my experience, and unfortunately, it's gonna be going into, I'll say C tier. I think C tier is a good place. All right, next up, Luigi's Mansion 3. I got some mixed opinions about this game. Everyone says like this is like such an amazing game, and it's like it takes them back to the original Luigi's Mansion, and I can see that. I can clearly see like with the similarities between this and the original GameCube game. But at the same time, I don't really. I liked it. Like it was a really fun game. It was fun. It was fun. But it just I don't know if it was like that great. Like I don't know. My favorite Luigi's Mansion game was Dark Moon, and I know people they hated that game. They hated that game to death. But that's the game that I grew up with. Going to different mansions, doing all these like puzzles, hunting down those like gems and stuff, and getting all the booze and everything. It was such a fun game. And I don't know, it just feels like Luigi's Mansion 3, it felt so short. Like I beat that game in just a few hours. Like, and usually like, I don't know, with games I like to 100% them if I really like them, but this game I didn't even bother to capture all the booze. I don't even remember if this game had like a gem system or whatever. All I remember is the booze, and I didn't even get those. It's just, I don't know, I felt like I liked the game. I beat it and everything. It was fun. It was fun. I had a fun time with this game, but I don't know. I didn't click with it. I didn't click with it like other people did. So I think I'm gonna put this in. I want to put it in A tier, but oh man, I'm gonna piss so many people off today. I'm gonna put it in B tier. And before I get too far into this, I'm not planning to like order the tiers or whatever. So if it's in B tier, it's just B tier. There's no high tier, like low B tier. It's just straight the tier. That's it. All right. ARMS. Ugh, the game that had potential. Man, I remember back when this game launched and everyone was like, oh, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better, it's gonna get better. And it never did. It never got better. It was, man, I like the concept of ARMS. The concept on paper was perfect. You had like a little get my Joy-Cons. You had like the Joy-Cons and shit, and you could just like, it reminded me of like Wii Sports Boxing, kind of like just Wii Sports Boxing like to the max, like beat the like just beating people up, and like all these combos and stuff, like grabbing people too, like shielding and everything. That was so like such a. I loved the concept, but the gameplay, I mean, it was cool, and I beat like all the, because it doesn't really have a story mode. It's more like what's the best way to explain it? It's like you fight like all the characters, like, and then it goes up in difficulty. Like, oh yeah, you fight I don't know, like the pigtail lady at like one of the first battles, and then you fight the Helix, the genetically modified one, like later on. Like, it's like that. There's not really a story. It's just, oh, you fight this one, and then you fight the next one, and then the next one. And it's just, it goes from there. And I thought that was, it was fun. It was fun. I beat all of them, but at the same time, I went online, and dude, it's just so dead. It's so dead on there. Especially now, dude, 2024. I don't think there's a single ARM player out there right now. I don't think there's one person playing it. Not even one. Yeah, and I think the problem with that is it just got so stale. Like, it got stale after like the first few games. You played for the novelty, like, oh yeah, you know, this is so much fun. And then after that, like the next day, you're like, I'm good, and then you never play it again. You don't play it again for like months, like if at all. I haven't played that game in like years, but yeah, I like the concept. It just did not. It didn't really hit the fan like it could have. I don't want to put it in D tier because it wasn't bad. It was just meh. Just meh. I'm putting it in the same tier as Pokemon Violet, dude. I'm gonna piss people off. Yeah, I don't really think I have any F tier games like in my catalog. I don't think I've ever played an F tier game so far. Mario Tennis Aces. Well, okay, never mind. Okay, maybe I do have an F tier after all. Mario Tennis Aces. This game, I liked this game for like one day. One day when I first got it. And, oh, it's the same deal as ARMS. It was like, it looked so cool, like in the trailers and everything. But then it's just it looked so boring. It was like, it was playing, I was so bored. And even with like the whole story mode and everything, I couldn't even finish it. I barely even started it. I got so bored so quick. And I was thinking of like getting back into it to like finish the story. But then I saw people that actually finished it and they were like, this is a huge waste of time. It's so boring. It's the same thing over and over and over again. And I'm like, man, it's stuff like this that makes me miss like the older games. Because I remember I played Mario Power Tennis, the Wii version, not the GameCube version. Dude, that game was so much fun. And even, I don't think it had a story mode. I don't remember. It's been a long time since I played that game. But that game, dude, it was such a blast. And like the little mini, like the side games too, where like you hit the tennis ball to like clean up something, or like hit the targets, I think. What was it? It was like, I think it was like a puzzle thing. You hit the tennis ball and like you hit something and it completes like an objective thing. That was so much fun. And also cleaning up like all like the sunshine goop or whatever with it. It was so much fun too. Like you hit the ball and it cleans the area. Dude, it was so much fun. I missed that game. And it kind of breaks my heart to know that this game it's not even near that good, you know? So, I'm putting this in D tier. It was just such a boring game. Yeah, could have definitely definitely been better. Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening. Now, this game was actually pretty good. I actually kind of liked it. I didn't get really far in it, but the part that I did get, like, the whole way was really solid, actually. And I'm not gonna lie, the reason I didn't play it wasn't because I got bored of it. It was because I just had so much stuff happening around this time, like around when this game released. I think I bought it like that same week it released, and it was just, man, when did that? Well, let me look at this. Let me look at this really quick. Okay, I just checked. They released 2019. Yeah, no, that was just. Oh man, that was such a busy time for me, and such like a lot of personal family stuff was happening around that time. It was just not a good time for me. But I shouldn't take it away from the game because the game was super good, and I have to go back and like play through it and like actually finish it because I loved what I played. It's just the timing for me was just not. It was just not it. It was not it for me. So I don't really have too much to say about it because I didn't really get too far in it. I got like through the first part, but the part that I did play, I think warrants it me putting it in. Honestly, I'll put it in A tier. Yeah, I'll put it in A tier. Why not? Yeah, I think it was a really good game. I thought it was super fun. All right, next up is P5 Strikers, and this is the part where it's like, oh yeah, that's not an exclusive. Get out of here. This is my tier list. I'll do what I want. Okay. P5 Strikers. I bought this game specifically because it wasn't turn-based. Cause, I can't. I'm too dumb for turn-based games. That's probably why I can't get into Pokemon. Cause I'm just too stupid. I can't do anything in those games. I'm stupid. But yeah, I bought this game because specifically it wasn't turn-based like that. It was like a Hyrule Warriors, that kind of esque game, you know, where it's like you and your party are like taking on like hordes and hordes and hordes of enemies. Yeah, it's like that. So that's why I bought into this game, and honestly, it was pretty cool. I liked what I played, and actually, I beat like, I want to say like the first 30% of the game. I want to say I beat. I didn't finish it or anything, but I liked what I played. It was super good. It was super polished. The music was so good. Man, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna butcher it. I'm not gonna try to replicate the game's music. But yeah, it has like a bunch of like new tracks and everything, and like some like these new mechanics that weren't in the games, because it's not like it's not turn-based anymore. It has like whole new battle system and everything, and these whole new areas for you to explore that like weren't even in the original game. And it was just such a fun game. Where am I gonna put this? I'll put this in. Honestly, I'll put it in S tier, dude. It was such a fun game. I really want to play that again. I want to play it again. And I know the fact that it's a Persona game, there's like the story was actually pretty good. It was alright. It wasn't as good as like the main P5, but I mean, I don't think it was really even trying to be. It was trying to just be its own like little side game, you know, with its like own story. And I think the fact like it wasn't even marketed as like Persona 5 2, but it was just so good to the point where people consider it to be like the direct sequel to P5. You know, where like they're on summer vacation and all that. And honestly, because of that, I think it deserves S tier. It was just an amazing game. Alright, now what's next? Switch Sports. Okay. I've spoken a lot about potential this video, and I think this game desperately could have used that. Switch Sports. It tried to be like Wii Sports, where it was just a bunch of simple games, and you know, you just play with your friends, and that's pretty much it. You just play some sports games, and that's all. But man, how much was this game? It was like what? It wasn't 60. It was like 40, like 49.99 or something like that. Like when it originally released, 39.99. Man, I think that's like one of the first mistakes this game did, was being so expensive when the original Wii Sports literally came with your console. And it was just something to like mess around with until you got actual games. But then people were like, whoa, this game is actually freaking sick. And I love this. And I still love Wii Sports. I need to rebuy Wii Sports Resort. I haven't played the game in forever, but yeah. Wii Sports was like the game that everyone loved on the Wii. I love it. People still play it to this day. Like Professor, like yeah, he made his whole YouTube channel off of that game. Or like, I don't know. He makes a bunch of whatever. Yeah, but with Switch Sports, it failed to get that kind of charm. It failed to have that same charm that the Wii Sports had, and honestly, I think it was their own fault. Like, they had all the ingredients. Let me tell you about the Mii characters. The Miis, I think, were one of the biggest reason why Wii Sports was as big a success as it was. Because you had characters like Matt, and you also have the ability to make your own Mii and have like an entire baseball team built around your family and your friends that you made in the Mii Maker Plaza and the Wii. It was so much fun. But with this one, I mean, yeah, they added support for like Mii creating and stuff, but they replaced almost all of them with like this new, like these new models or whatever, and I'm just like, man, they just if only they just kept it like true to the original and just made it like, oh yeah, it's like all Mii's, and if you want to try out our new models, you can. It's like an option or something. But no, they replaced all of them, and it's like only the new characters. There's no Mii's except for the one that you can make yourself and play as yourself. It's really limiting like that, and there's just not really much to do. There's no okay, there's bowling. There's no boxing. There's no baseball. There's Golf took like months to get added in, literal months. I don't understand. Like, they released it in such an incomplete state, and they only added like one game over, like one extra game over the course of like almost half a year. Like, come on. This is a modern game. Like, take advantage of that. Add some new like modes and stuff, some events, something, like just anything. Like, I know they have like the whole the daily challenges thing where they give you new outfits for doing challenges, but that's not content, that's just challenges. That's outfits. I want new sports. The point of Switch Sports is for you to have sports. If you don't have sports, you already messed up. But yeah, the game that could have been, it could have been a good hit. I'll put it in C tier. Better than Mario Aces, at least. Okay. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. This game was pretty alright. I don't think it's as, like, amazing as people make it out to be. Like, it's so good, it's so good. Mario Kart 8, though, it's pretty alright. I actually played this mainly on the Wii U. Like, minus all the DLC and everything, because your boy was stripping for cash. Yeah, Mario Kart 8, I mean, it's tried, it's true, it's been the same game for the past almost, like, 10 years. Yeah, not really much has changed. This is alright. It's the, like, most safe, solid Switch game you could ask for. You know, you're guaranteed a good time when you're playing this game. No matter what. And I know you can do some more stuff with it if you decide to hack your Switch, but I'm not really... I mean, I guess I could hack my Switch now that the Switch 2 is gonna be coming out soon. I could. I'll have to decide. I'll have to wait to see what that's about. But honestly, there's not really much to say. I mean, it's just Mario Kart. I mean, it's a fun time. Fun with friends. Dude, I had so much fun with my friends, like playing like late night and all that. It's just such a cool experience playing this game with your friends. On your own though, I mean, it's fine. I mean, I've liked, it's fun to like do the Grand Prix and everything, try to get 3 stars and all that. But other than that, I mean, it's just alright. It's okay. I'll put this in B tier. It's okay. And then Animal Crossing New Horizons. I bought this game because my friends were playing it. And I was like, oh yeah, we're gonna have like little towns and stuff. We're gonna be like all cool and like we're gonna like go to each other's islands and stuff. And we never did. I like played it like once with them, and then that's it. And I know they poured in like hours and hours and hours in this game, but I just it didn't click with me, you know. This is my first and probably only time I'll ever play an Animal Crossing game. It's just I couldn't really get into it. It's a chill game. It's designed to be just chill. And I don't know, it's just not for me. I'm more into like epic stories and just great like battle mechanics and gameplay and all that. I'm not really into like the whole it's just kind of chill, you know, just you know, fix up your town, make houses, be friends with your neighbors. It's not for me. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this in. I mean, it was a good game. I don't want to be too harsh on it because it was a good game. It was. It's just not my thing. And it's better than all these. I don't know if I want to rank it. I'm stuck between B and C tier. Let me fix this actually. I'm gonna put this fucking F tier. Fuck that game. And then D tier for that. Okay, I do that. That fixes it up a little bit. Okay, I'll put this in. I'll put this in C tier, just because of my personal enjoyment for the game. I'm not saying this is a bad game. This is a great game. It's such a great game. But on my experience, it's just not really for me. Kirby and the Forgotten Lands. Now That was a good game. I loved that game. Dude, getting all the collectibles and getting all the saving all the little people or whatever, dude, it was such a fun game. I loved this game. And the music was so good, man. I loved that. Such an amazing game, and God, it makes me want more Kirby, dude. Because I haven't really played like a real mainline Kirby game ever. Oh, hold on, let me see. Nope, because I didn't really because I modded my 3DS after I got this game, just so I could play more Kirby because I just loved this game so much. It was just so much fun to 100% and like build up the town and everything like that. And it was just such a fun game, and all the power-ups and everything, they were all so cool. My favorite was the the boomerang one. I loved the boomerang one. Just it was so much fun. I loved this game to death, and it was just okay. It's Kirby, so the story isn't gonna be like, you know, over the top like some Xenoblade kind of. But I mean, it was just like the gameplay itself was just so good. It was such a good good time spender, you know. Yeah, I'm putting this in S tier. That's easy, easy S tier, man, easy. All right, what's next? Sonic Origins. Okay. Man, where do I begin with this game? I mean, it was alright. Like, it was all the classics and everything. It had Sonic 3 on it and everything. It was fun. I liked it. It was okay. But I did like the music too. The music, like, it was alright. And little, like, new additions and everything. And the fact that you could save your game. That was all, like, fine and dandy and everything. But it was just kind of underwhelming. And I bought this like when like the first couple days, so I bought it like for like I think I bought it for like full price. It was like what, 30 bucks, 30, 40, I think. Definitely not really worth it. I think it's more worth it for like 15, 20 bucks at most. It's like it's a nice little game. Like, it has all the classics and everything. It has the music, has the yeah, like time trial things or whatever. I don't know. It's a nice way to be able to play the classics like in modern day consoles. But at the same time, there's already so many other ways to play it. Like, what's the point of buying this? You know, it's like you can go to the Google Play Store, like the Apple Store, or whatever, and just straight up buy them individually and have the exact same experience. So, yeah, not really worth it, to be honest. Yeah, I'll put it in. Yeah, I'll put this in C tier. I'm gonna move up Animal Crossing to B tier because it wasn't bad. It was fun. It was just me. It was okay. Fire Emblem and the Blade of Lights. I can't read that whole title, but I mentioned before that I'm not really a turn-based like gameplay guy, but yeah, I mean this game was okay. It was a difficult game. I didn't beat it or anything. It was because it was too difficult. But I mean, the part that I did play, it was pretty alright. Like, especially for such an old game, like this is actually surprisingly like well done. Like, even by today's standards, like it's super good. It's just the fact that like if your troop dies, it just stays dead. That part kind of sucked. But I mean, that's just how they did it back in the day. You know, that's once you're done, you're done. You don't get any retries. You're just dead. But yeah, I mean, aside from that, I mean, not really much to speak of. It's a short game. I want to put it like, I'll put it C tier. It was fun. I liked it. Yeah, surprisingly, like I like, and it makes me like want to play more Fire Emblem games. But at the same time, like, it's a nice little novelty, but it's just not really for me. Okay. Then Mario Brothers 35. The game that should have stayed online. It was such a fun game. I don't know why they took it away, man. Like, why? It was such an obvious hit. And people loved that game. I don't understand why you would take it away. Like, I get it, you know, it was just for the 35th anniversary of Mario and all that. And I'm like, okay, I get that. But at the same time, I don't. Like, come on, it was such a good game. You have the game already completed. You have it right there. You're keeping like games like F-Zero 99 or some shit like that online, but you're not keeping this? Like, what? Like, come on, man. Like, this is such an obvious hit. I don't know why they would take it away, but regardless, yeah, this game was just so much fun, and it was so much chaos. It was crazy. And that there's only 35 slots made it like so much more like personal. Like, okay, you're like one of the, like instead of like 1 out of 99, you're like 1 out of 35. So it's already like, you're already up there. You're already going head to head against these people. And you gotta get your high score up, otherwise you're gonna get eliminated. And honestly, it was just a fun time. It was just a good, like, fun time getting like on the leaderboard and everything. I never got on the leaderboard because I suck. But I mean, it was fun. It was really, really fun. And it makes me sad that they took it away so early from us. This game had like a lot of potential. Honestly, like, I wouldn't say like it would have been like one of the greatest Mario games ever or anything like that, but it was a really fun game. Really fun game, and it's just sad to see it go. I'm putting up a lot of C tiers right now. A lot of C tiers. I'm gonna move up this one probably to A tier. That's a pretty good game. Okay, sorry, I'm gonna be moving like stuff like every now and then, I guess. I don't know, just because I feel like it. My tier list, my rules, bitch. But jump rope challenge. Man. I mean, this was like one of the games that they released during COVID and stuff. This was like, they specifically released this game just to keep like people moving and stuff, you know, because everyone was locked up in their like houses and everything, and we couldn't really get any like, we couldn't go outside or whatever like that. So they released this game to like, I don't know, keep us like, you know, keep us moving, keep us energized. Honestly, I had a pretty good. I had more fun with this game than I did Aces and Pokemon Violet combined. Like, combined, I had more fun with this game. Oh man, I know my friends are gonna be like, what the fuck, what does he say? Dude, hold on, this game was actually super fun, and it actually got you moving, so like, bonus points, right? I mean, it's keeping you in shape and also being fun at the same time. Like, come on, it's just a win-win. Like, dude, only thing I'm gonna get for Pokemon Violet is just diabetes if I sit down and don't move and play that game only. Yeah. So, yeah, this game was just so much fun, and it was just such a nice little thing to have in the middle of like all that pandemic worries and all that, because at the time it was just so uncertain what was gonna happen. It was just a nice game to fall back on, you know, something to keep you moving, just keep your spirits up, keep you know, feeling your best, you know. And for that, I'm actually gonna put this in. God, it feels. I'll put it in. Yeah, fuck it, why not? I'll put it in C tier. It's my rules. Because I had a good time with it. It's just moving you down. I didn't really have a good time with you. Because I had a good time with it. I really did have a good time with the jump rope challenge, getting like the high scores and everything. It was so much fun. Alright, what's next? Turnip Boy commits tax evasion. Ah, man. Oh man, I remember when I bought this game. Oh, that was so long ago. I only bought it because one of my friends, he was just like, hey Leo, just go like buy this game. I don't even think it was serious. But like literally like 5 minutes after he texted me that, I was like, alright, bet. And I downloaded it, like I was like out of the house at the time. I downloaded it like on the website or whatever. I went on my phone, I was like boop 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 boop. Download the console, yes please. And I was like, man, done, deal. Because it looked fun. It looked fun. And, oh man, it was such a good game. I loved this game. And I know they have a sequel out, and they have like all these updates and everything. I haven't gotten to any of that yet. I played like the original game back when it released, and that's it. I know there's so much more now, and I really look forward to playing that, like on the Xbox and stuff. Because, I mean, the Switch, I love the Switch, but it's a little dated now. I don't really feel like putting any more money into it until the next console. But, yeah, it was just such a good game. All the bosses were unique and everything. And honestly, it was kind of sometimes a little difficult. like a little difficult. I don't want to say it's like hard or anything, but it got up there sometimes. And ooh, the music, oh man, dun, 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 dun. Yeah, I remember the Ghost House one. The music for the Ghost House was so good, man. I don't know why they went so hard with the soundtrack. It was so good, and the sprite art was like it was so cute. It was like it was nice. It was nice. It was well polished. It was done like it was done with passion. You could tell this game was done with passion, you know. And my favorite character, man, who's my favorite character? I like the cat, the anime cat lady. She was cool. Yeah, there's like so many like pop culture references in it. There's like a Jotaro, like Cherry, like ho ho ho. It has like the little, like the menacing, uh, icons next to him and everything. Man, who else? Who else did I like from this game? I don't know. I like honestly all the characters. To be honest, I liked all of them. They were all like cool in their own little ways, and surprisingly, there was actually a really big like plot twist at the end, which I wasn't expecting. Like out of a game like this, you know, all cutesy and stuff. Like I wasn't expecting such a huge plot twist at the end. But it's crazy. I don't want to spoil it for anyone, but it was crazy. I didn't see that plot twist coming for like miles. I didn't expect, because I didn't expect it. You know, it's just a cute little turnip game that he doesn't want to pay his taxes. You know, I'm not really expecting anything out of that. Like in terms of plot twist, you know, surprising plot twist wise. But it caught me off guard, and it was like, whoa, that's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna be putting this in. Actually, probably putting this in like either A or B tier. Like, yeah, I'll put it in B tier. It was awesome, and I really need to play like the later games that they released. Like, I need to. I think this is like their debut game, actually. I'm pretty sure. And honestly, bravo, man! Like, you did an amazing job with this game. Shout outs to them. All right. This one, Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle. One of the two first games I ever got for the Switch, man. It has been a fucking trip. I remember I got this in 2017, Christmas morning, along with Mario Odyssey, but I'll get to that later. Man, this game was just... it's just nostalgia. It was such a fun game. Yeah, just going around, just it's because it's turn-based. I didn't really get far in it because I was too stupid to play turn-based games. I still am too stupid. But yeah, it was just a fun little game. Yeah, I had the little Rabbids. I like Rabbids. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Got Mario. I like Mario. It was just a fun game. The only reason I didn't beat it was because I got stuck on the ice boss. I got stuck on that end for like years because I'm atrociously bad at turn-based games, like super bad. And yeah, I got stuck on it, and I just gave up after a little while. Yeah, I'm sure I could beat it now, probably now that I'm more like experienced in turn-based games. But at the same time, it's like, I don't know. It was a really fun game though. I loved this game, and I wanted to get Sparks of Hope. But at the same time, I'm like, yeah, like, if I can't even beat, like, the second boss of this game, why am I gonna go buy the sequel, you know? Yeah. So I told myself, I'm not gonna buy that second game until I buy this one. Or not, until I beat this one. So, yeah, I mean, the music and everything was, like, it was good too, and yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting, like, this collab at the time or anything, like, Mario and Rabbids, like... That's such a random combination, but I mean, it worked. It worked good. I'll put it in B tier. Yeah, it was pretty good. Actually, I'll do one further. I'll put it in A tier. Yeah, I love this game. It was fun. It was cool, and I also had like the little DLC with like little pixel gun thingy. And it was fun to use that thing too. It was so much fun. What's next? Starlink Battle for Atlas. Oof. what was their idea behind this game? Like, you released the same game, like two different versions of the same game, with and without the main character. Like, this is this was just such a stupid idea on their end. Like, yeah, you're gonna you release Starlink with and without Star Fox. Obviously, because Star Fox is Nintendo, you can only release it on the Nintendo consoles. But like, you still release it on the Xbox and the PlayStation and everything without them. And like, the only reason people are even buy your game in the first place was because of Star Fox. So like, why? What is your thinking here? Like, this is, yeah, I don't know. I guess they thought the gameplay would have held up and kept people intrigued anyway. But at the same time, it was so boring. There was nothing to do except like scour like the most basic plain planets you've ever seen. And even with Star Fox, because I had the Switch, of course. Like, I don't think anyone would even want to buy this if it wasn't on the Switch. Even with Star Fox, it was like, I don't know, he feels so shoehorned into the story or anything. Like, you clearly can tell they had difficulty working him into the story and all that, because basically you have to have two different stories. Like, you have to have one that involves Star Fox and then one that doesn't involve Star Fox. And I think it's because of that and that decision. It just kind of made the whole game fall apart, on top of the lackluster gameplay on that too. Like, if you're gonna make a Star Fox game, make a Star Fox game. Don't make a Starlink. Like, nobody wants a Starlink game. Everyone wants a Star Fox game, like an actual Star Fox game. Yeah, F tier. Just trash. Trash. Just trash. I'm sorry. It's just like the two Starlink fans out there they're gonna be fuming. They're gonna be fuming right now with rage, but I'm sorry. It was just awful. It's down there with my races. Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Nope. Not yet. I mean, this game was alright. It was meh. Same issue with Pokemon Violet. I just couldn't really get into it. It was just because I think it was supposed to be like a kind of like a remake of one of the older Pokemon games, if I'm not mistaken. It's just this is like the first couple years of the Switch, and we didn't really have a Pokemon game at the time. This is like, I bought this on Black Friday because I was like, man, I want to get into a Pokemon game. I'm gonna get into it. I'm gonna, get into Pokemon finally, and it didn't work. And that's actually one of the reasons why I bought Pokemon Violet, even though I bought this game I didn't like. It was because people were telling me, they're like, oh, you didn't play the real Pokemon games. You played like a remake. So buy Pokemon Violet, and you're gonna have a good time. And I'm like, okay, fine. And I bought it, and I didn't like it either. Not really much to say about this. I just didn't like it. It did do pretty good. Like, it wasn't trash or anything. I'm gonna put it in D tier solely because it gave me a Spirit in Smash Bros. For free. So I mean, I guess, I don't know, I owe it something. Sonic Mania. This game, I love this game. This game was so much fun. What else is there? People have gone over this game just so many times. It's without a doubt the greatest 2D Sonic game they've ever made. It's just such a fun game. The movement feels so fluid. All the power-ups feel like they actually matter. All the different paths and stuff you can go through, down and up, and the special stages, just everything was so much good. It was just so good. And oh my god, I feel like the best part of this game was the music. The music, oh my god, some of the best I've ever heard on the Switch. Dun 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 dun. Dude, oh my, every single zone had such a banger soundtrack. Every single one, they didn't miss a single time, except for Oil Ocean. But I think I think that was kind of hard to work with anyway. I'm not really a oil ocean kind of guy, but the rest of it, beautiful. Music was peak the entire time. Just, oh my god. Oh man, I could make a whole separate video about why this game was just so good. Man, but for the sake of time, I'm just gonna put this in S tier. Just S tier. It was so good. I love this game. Pac-Man 99. I think this was like no, that was Tetris. Okay, this game was actually super fun. I think it was the most chaotic out of all the 99 games. Definitely the most chaotic one. Not really anymore because, you know, it's been some time, people don't really play it anymore. But yeah, back when this game first released, oh my god, it was so hectic. You had so many of the red, like, the insta-kill ghost coming at you. You had people, like, attacking everyone. It was just straight chaos. And all the combos you can get with, like, the pellets and eating the ghost all up to shoot back out at, like, the people targeting you. It was just so much... It was so much fun being able to play this game, like, in its opening week. It was crazy. There was so much happening, and it was just so much fun. And honestly, I think it was super solid, actually. And I'll put this in... I don't know if I want to put this in B or C. Okay, I'm putting it in B tier just because of that first week. Nowadays, if you hop on it, it's not going to be as fun, like, at all. It's just going to be like, whatever. But I mean, that first week, man, it was so much fun. It was such a blast. It was so much fun. Pokemon Quest. Man, this was back when, like, the Switch had no games at all. I remember I bought this game just solely because I didn't have any money for any actual games. So I just downloaded one of the free ones. And, I mean, it was pretty okay. You know, it was like a cute little mobile game that they put to the Switch, you know, that was alright. Actually, I kind of like this more than I like this game more than the mainline games. Yeah, it was fun just having them, like, run around and, you know, fight the other Pokemon, just sending them out, and then having my own little cute little like, valley with Pokemon and all that. And yeah, it was pretty alright. I think the reason I didn't really get too into it is because of I think there's like a daily limit or whatever that, like, oh, you can only be out for this amount of times, and then actually I had to pay in order to keep, you know, sending your Pokemon out and having fun. And I feel like, yeah, that's the mobile part of the game that, yeah, not really worth it. Yeah, if it didn't have that, I think I actually probably might have gotten even farther in it. It's just the fact that it's a mobile game at heart. It's kind of ruined it. Okay. Let's see, Pokemon Unite. Pokemon Unite, I didn't really play it too much. I only downloaded it because my friends were playing it. And then when I finally got to, like, download it, I don't know. The gameplay just didn't click with me. I think that's just... I try, like, my hardest to get into Pokemon, and every single time I try to get into it, I just can't. I cannot get into Pokemon. It's just such a boring title for me. And I've played Pokemon Quest. I played Pokemon, like, Moon for the 3DS. I played Pokemon Emerald. I played all these ones that I mentioned right here. And every single time, I just cannot get into it. No matter how hard I try. And I'm like, at this point, I just kind of give up with trying to get into Pokemon. And this one just, especially, just did not really, like, it just didn't work with me at all. I didn't like it at all. I'm sure, like, these games are, like, well made and everything, but it's just not for me, you know? I didn't like it. Okay, Rogue Company. Now, this is probably the most bizarre game to have on this list. Like, dude, this, like, you have some, like, all these, like, Nintendo games, and you have this one random, like, online shooter game that's not even Nintendo. Well, okay, the reason I included it was because I played, like, this game, like, almost entirely on the Switch. I barely ever played it, like, on anything but a Nintendo Switch, so this is still, like, my experience with this, like the Switch's version of this game. And I mean, it was really good. It was really good. I liked this game. I actually still play it sometimes, like on the Xbox and everything. I think the only reason I actually got an Xbox was because they discontinued the Switch version of this game, which not really sure why they would do that. I still don't know why they did that, but yeah, just oh man, it was such a good game. I liked it. It was fun, and I still play it sometimes. It's still an alright game. I'll probably put it in. I'll put it in B tier. Why not? It's still a really fun game. Only thing that sucked though is when they shut down the Switch version, it took away my skins that I bought for it, like paid real money for. And I mean, I didn't spend anything crazy. I paid like maybe like $20. That's it. But I mean, still, kind of still a little salty about that. All right. Let's see. Sonic Frontiers. I said it. This game was so mid. This game was so mid. It was. I'm honestly kind of tempted to put it into F tier, like for Frontier. Sonic F for Frontiers. Like, man. Ugh, dude. Everyone talks about how good this game is, and I'm like, where? Are we even playing the same game? Like, come on, this game was so boring. Like, the game was super short. The planes and like the open worldness was so barren. There was nothing there except for enemies, but you got tired of fighting. Like, super quickly, you got bored of fighting. And the only stages that actually performed like Sonic games, like the cyberspaces or whatever, only those are the only parts that actually like behaved like a Sonic game, and they were so like few and far between. And none of the music was even really good. Like, and the only thing I liked about this game was the boss fights. The boss fights were the only good part of this game. And the music, the boss music, oh my. It makes me wish they just cut out like the whole game except for the boss fights and just pasted them into like an actually good game. Cause this game, the boss fights are so held back by the rest of the game. Like, dude, speak through it all. Like, oh my, man, dude, the boss fights were so much fun, and the music just was so, it was so metal. It was so freaking good. I loved it. Oh my god, what was my favorite one? I think my favorite was the I want to say the night one. It was just such a fun, like, fun time when I was fighting those bosses. The rest of the game, not a fan of it at all. Yeah, the game just... Man, the game was so good, and in the boss fights, and then the rest of it just... No, the whole thing just sucked, except for that part. But, yeah. Okay, let's see what else. Okay, Super Kirby Clash, whatever. Yeah, I played this game a bunch on the 3DS, and it was a fun time, a nice little free game to play with Kirby. It was fun. And this one it's pretty much the exact same thing as it was on the 3DS. It was just, yeah, it was a fun little, free game to play, a couple boss fights, and, you can play online with your friends too. And yeah, it was fun, I liked it. I think the fact that it's just, you have to pay again, or to play it fully, it's just, yeah, that part kind of sucks. But I mean, yeah, whatever, it's a free-to-play game, what are you gonna do? That's just how it rolls. I think I'll put this in, let's see. Yeah, I'll put it in C tier, yeah. Because it was okay, I liked it, it was fun. It was just, yeah, just alright. Okay, so Tetris 99. The OG the original 99 game. This game, when it released, it was like nobody could have seen it coming. Nobody could have known that Tetris is gonna like transform like it did. But yeah, it did. It was such a new and fresh take on the Tetris formula, and it breathed like new life into this game. And the fact that it's like one of the only 99 games that's like still, still has its like dedicated okay. Screen blacked out for a second. It's like one of the only games to still have its like momentum with it. Of course it's not as strong as it was like when it first released, but I mean, there's still like a dedicated amount of people still playing Tetris 99. Like, you'll still find people online for this one. Yeah, it's just, it was just such a fun game, and it was pretty competitive too. Let me move that over here. It was such a competitive game too. Like, it was really hard to play, like win a game. I think I've only won a game like once, and that was only like back when people didn't know what they were doing. But I was able to pick up on it faster than others. But nowadays, yeah, no, if I try to boot up that game, I'm gonna get my ass whooped. I'm gonna get my ass whooped like in the first few seconds I step into that game. I'm gonna be like the 80th person out or something like that. But yeah, that game was actually super fun. I loved the game. It was cool, just a nice, fresh new take for Tetris, and 100%, like, yeah, I actually would legitimately, like, go back to playing it, like, if I ever got the craving for Tetris. Super Mario okay, whatever. I put it there by accident, but I think we already knew it was gonna go up there. Super Mario Odyssey was the other first, like, this and Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle were the first games I stopped disconnecting. Oh my god. My game's like, or my computer's like blacking out every time I plug and unplug the computer. Yeah, Mario Odyssey and Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle were the first two games I ever got for this console on Christmas 2017, along with the console, of course. And man, this game, this takes me back, man. This is just such a fun game, Nothing like it, really. It's just, the movement was so cool, and the fact you had Cappy taking over, like, all these, like, these, NPCs and, these enemies, too. You could play as almost anything. You could play as a freaking pole, I think. You could play as a pole, which I don't get, but you can. Like, anything from a pole to, like, a taxi to a dinosaur, and just seeing that all in 2017 was just such a... It was so cool. It was so cool to see that. Especially for, man, how old was I in 2017? I was, like, 13 or something like that. I was, like barely a teen at the time. I'm, like, 20 now. I'm 20 years old. Man, time flies. Time really flies. But, yeah, just, it was such an amazing game. I mean, this game's been talked about to death, and potentially we'll even see a successor on the Switch 2 whenever that gets announced. Yeah, maybe they'll even announce it like in the direct that they're planning for later in this month. I mean, who knows, right? But I already put it in S tier for a reason. We all already knew it was gonna go up there. Plants vs. Zombies Bad from Neighborville. I mean, this game was fun. I actually had a good time with it, like, personally. I know people didn't like it because they were like, oh man, this is such a downgrade from PVC 2. And I'm like, it is a downgrade, just straight up a downgrade. But at the same time, I think it was still fun. It was still fun. The game's like littered with bots though. I don't really like how it's littered with bots. I prefer to fight against real people. But at the same time, I think at this point, they can't really get rid of them anymore because there's just so little people playing it now. And I don't know, it just makes me sad to see like the Garden Warfare games just stoop this down in popularity. Like, Man, I miss back when like my whole YouTube feed was just Garden Warfare 2, Garden Warfare 1 videos. Like Zach Scott games playing them or something like that. Ah man, those were the days. Yeah. It was just because I never had like an Xbox or whatever, so I couldn't play it myself, but it was so much fun to like see them play it and like it was just so cool. Yeah. But playing it for myself, I think it was still a fun game. I liked it. Yeah, I'll put it in B tier just because it was a fun game. You know, I liked it, and I unironically like would still play it like just to I don't know play it again. Okay, I think we're starting to get into the heavy hitters here. Okay, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Hmm. No, okay, fine. Alright, put it in S tier. Like a low S tier. I think that's the only one I'm gonna put like a low S tier. And you're probably wondering, Leo, what are you thinking? What are you doing? What did you hate about this game to like almost put it in A tier instead of S tier? I didn't hate it. I loved this game. It's just I just couldn't really get into it the same way I got into Breath of the Wild, you know? Like I don't know, Breath of the Wild when that came out, I got it like a year after originally released. A year or two, I think. I think it was 2 years. 2 years. I remember I got it in 2019, I believe. I had it for my birthday. And the game, it was just unlike anything I've ever seen in my life. And all like the people you could talk to, all the quests you could do. You can go literally anywhere you want. All of that was just revolutionary to me in Breath of the Wild. I don't really want to talk too much about it because I'm gonna rank Breath of the Wild next. But in Tears of the Kingdom, it's fun. Like, of course, there's like new things to do, new systems, new like quest types, in Koroks that make you want to save the other, that whole deal. But I don't know, it doesn't really capture me the same way that the original did. Like, it's fun, and I think the most fun I had in this game was in the depths, like the underworld or whatever. I think that's the place I had the most fun in. But I still love the game. The game is amazing. I actually haven't beaten it yet. I've been too busy being in like the depths and everything like that, and I just never got around to finishing it. You know, I was just too busy having like fun exploring the depths and like lighting it all up. You know, and I don't know. It just doesn't capture me the same way that Breath of the Wild did, you know? Like, it just doesn't. So it's still S tier, of course. Like, it's still an amazing, fantastic game. I love it. It's such a good game. But it's just not better than this. It's not better than Breath of the Wild. I'm sorry. Breath of the Wild still beats it. And now going to Breath of the Wild. Breath of the Wild just, when I booted up that game for the first time and I saw the open your eyes, that whole little scene, oh my god, man, it was so cool, like, just seeing Link like that, because I was used to seeing Link as, like, some short little green guy with a, you know, with, like, a little shield, that's it. But seeing him, like, in just a whole new take on the character, while still also being true to his nature of being, like, just some silent protagonist. That was so cool. And then that first opening scene when you like step out of the shrine area, the awakening area, and you get like the scope of the land, and it has like a little title in the corner. That was like one of the most magical moments I ever had on this console. It was breathtaking. It was Breath of the Wild taking. Oh, that was such an obvious one. I hate myself. It was just nothing like it I've ever seen, and not a lot of titles make me feel that, like, that sense of awe, you know? And for that, it's just straight S tier. And I don't know, just I hope I get that feeling again someday, because man, I miss that. I miss that sense of new, that sense of wow, you know? I haven't really had a game do that to me in a long time. And then, oh man, we get through two of the best games on this console, and then I go down to Mario Party, the original, not even the new one. This game, D tier. I mean, it's fun. It's the least fun Mario Party I've played, though. Like, that I've played. I think there's, like, some worse ones, but this is the worst one that I've played. And it's just so boring. Like, you play with friends and stuff, like, it does its Mario Party job, at the same time, there's nothing for you as an individual to get out of it, like, just by yourself. You know? Versus, like, the other games, like Mario Party DS and Mario Party 2 for the N64, like, you could play those games by yourself for hours and not get bored. There's so many fun mini games you can play and everything, and it'll keep you entertained no matter if you're playing with yourself or, like, your friends or whatever. But with this game, you basically have to be playing with your friends in order to, like, have some shred of a good time. Because even then, even with your friends, it's just kind of boring. All the boards are so small and it's, like, so limited. I think there's like 4 boards, 3 or 4. That's it. And it's just not really that fun, you know. Yeah, definitely like the weakest Mario Party game by far that I've played. At least there might be some worse ones out there. Kind of doubt it. I think this is actually legitimately like the worst Mario Party game that ever released. Like, even the Mario Party, like the 100, even that was better than that, because at least it had good, like, big games in it. This is just boring. And also the fact that they made you play with, like, one Joy-Con, that, like, limited people and flat out isolated the Switch Lite players. Like, you know, it's just kind of, honestly, yeah, I'm down to D tier. That game sucked. Okay, man, I'll put it back to D tier, because with friends, it's, like, kind of fun. Mario Party 3D All-Star, or Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Where do I want to put this? Because it's not really its own game. It's like it's Mario 64, Mario Sunshine, and Mario Galaxy all in one. And I've never owned or never even touched Mario, like, Sunshine ever. This is my first time ever playing it. And then Mario Galaxy, I played it at my cousin's house like years and years ago, but like barely. So this is like it was a great way for me to, like, officially get into it. And the Mario 64 is just Mario 64, you know? Yeah. And I'll say, I'm gonna put this in, I'll put it in A tier actually. I had a really good time with it. I'm not putting it in S tier because it's like, it's not really its own game. And also it's just, I mean, it's just not as good as, like, these ones right here. Yeah. But I mean, aside from that, it's such a good time, you know? Especially getting to play Mario Sunshine for the first time. That game is actually super fun. I don't know why people don't talk about it more often. Like, you're, like, going around, and it actually has a kind of deep story. Like, not as deep as, like, Galaxy or whatever, but it's relatively deep. And on top of that, you're trying to, like, clear your name because you've been accused of, like, filthing the island or whatever. And you have to, like, do community service, and it's just such a wacky and fun take on, like, the Mario franchise. And I think being able to experience that with this game was just such a fun opportunity for me. And on top of that, being able to play Mario Galaxy, the original, because I played the second one to death. Like, I played that second one on the Wii, literally 100%ed it, like, all the way. Like, that game was, like, my life back then. And being able to play the original is just, like, it's kind of like doing that all over again, you know? I haven't really gotten the chance to, like, go through, like, this game fully. I want to 100% it. I actually want to kind of want to speedrun it, but that's, like, hours. Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's just such a fun game. And then Mario 64 on top of that. I mean, it's Mario 64. You can't really go wrong with that. You know, it's a fun time no matter what. So, yeah, A tier. It's pretty good. Alright, we're in the last 4. And, okay. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. C tier. I mean, I've had this game for so many years, and I've played it like once. Like, only once, and it was because my friend came over and he was like, dude, you have to play that. Like, I don't know why you have that game and you don't even play it. And I'm like, it's just, I don't know, it's just not interesting to me. I'm not really interested in playing Donkey Kong. Like, I don't know why, I just, like, it seems like such a fun time. Like, it really does seem like a fun time, but at the same time, I have no interest in playing it at all. Like, at all. And the last time I probably opened that game at all was when he came over, like, years ago. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's a fun, polished game and everything. It's just, I don't know. Personally, for me, I think it's just because I never gave it a chance. I'm putting it in C tier just because, not because it was a bad game, because I never really gave it a chance. I never gave it a chance to amaze me or anything. I don't even know what the gameplay is like. I've touched that game like once and that's it. We're down to the last 3. It's been a long video, probably like one of my longest videos actually. It's like, dude, it's 7:13 in the morning. That's crazy. Smash Bros. Ultimate. I mean, come on, it's just that easy. Man, this game matters so much to me. I remember back when that game, like, even before it released, it had such a massive following for it. All the Nintendo YouTubers were like covering like every single possible leak they could to try to guess the next character to be revealed, and it was just it was crazy, man. This is a crazy time for Nintendo, like Nintendo YouTube. Man, it was just such a fun time seeing everyone freak out, especially like at that reveal trailer. Like, oh my god, dude. Oh my god, that's happening. Dude, it was just, that was a different time, man. That was before COVID, that was before all that. It was such a different time. And just, yeah, seeing all like the YouTubers and everything freak out about about this one game, it's just nostalgic, man. And on top of that, I was freaking out with them because I was like, oh my god, Banjo-Kazooie! And it was just, I think what was the most hype reveal for me for that game? I want to, man, dude, it gotta be Joker. I was watching the Game Awards like that same, I was watching the Game Awards that night, because I try to watch like all the Game Awards. I do my best to make it to all the Game Awards at the end of the year. And dude, when they announced Joker just out of nowhere on that very same night that Smash was releasing, oh my god, man, this is the very same night that Smash was releasing, they announced Joker as the first DLC character. I lost my mind. I was like, what? Oh my god. Yeah. And that's the thing. I didn't even know who this fucker was. I never played a Persona game in my life. This is actually what got me to like look up a playthrough of like P5. And P5, like, that game was amazing. Even though I wasn't playing it myself, it was such an amazing, like, even watching someone else play it, it was so good. I loved the story and everything. It was so much fun. And the music, oh my god, man, the music hit so hard, dude. Sega knows what they're doing with their music, man. They always hit with their music. Except for Sonic Frontiers. I don't know what was happening with that. The bosses were okay, but man, that's it. But yeah, but regardless, the gameplay is solid. The story mode, I mean, it was okay. I mean, it was fun. Like, I didn't play Subspace Emissary or whatever. I didn't play Brawl like that. And I only played like a couple times at my friend's house. That's it. And yeah, it was just such a good game. I mean, it's Smash Bros. You know, it's Smash Bros. You fight people. I mean, that's it. You know, such a good game. Yeah. Only thing I wish they did better was like the story, like the story mode. I wish the story itself was a little bit better. But I guess, yeah, it is kind of hard to like write a story with all those main characters all gripped up in one, you know? I think it, yeah. Yeah, that's the only thing that could have been done better, but that's it. Like, aside from that, like, the main gameplay, just perfect. I loved it. It's easy S tier, easy. Alright. Splatoon 2. But an A tier. It was a really fun game, you know, I didn't really get... I got into the game, like, super late. Like, a couple... Because this, like, the Splatoon games, like, they move so fast. If you're not playing... If you're not, like, already, like, a day one player, or at least, like a year... Like, if you're not already at, like, playing the games within the first few months of its release, you miss out on so much content. I think that's kind of like... It's kind of like the reason why I haven't played like Splatoon 3 yet, because it's already been like out for like a year, I think, a year or two. And it's just, I don't know, I think I've missed so many Splatfests and everything, and I just feel like if I get into it now, I'm only gonna get like maybe 1 or 2 more Splatfests, and then the game's just gonna kaput for a while. And yeah, it's just, yeah, Splatoon 2 was the same thing. I got it on Black Friday, same night I got Let's Go Pikachu, I remember. And Let's Go Pikachu let me down, but thankfully this game didn't. It was fun. I like the movement and everything. I like the like this take on... I mean, I'm not saying it's new or anything, because they had Splatoon 1 on the Wii U, of course. I didn't play that, because I just didn't. I had a Wii U, but I just didn't. I didn't even know this franchise existed before the Switch. But, yeah, it was just such a fun time, you know. I didn't really play it too much, but at the same time, what I did play, it was fun. It was fun, and I did try to, like, get good at the game at one point, but it just, yeah, I got into it so late that, you know, everyone was already, like, so experienced, and it was just kind of hard for me, you know. But, putting that aside, it was just, I did play the story mode. I didn't play Octo Expansion. I played, like, a little bit of Octo Expansion back when it was, like, free for a little while. But, yeah, everything about the game, like, the story was pretty good. Like, the main story was pretty good. Played a little bit of the DLC. This DLC, the part that I did play was pretty alright. I wish I got to finish it, but I had, like, family stuff to get to. So I didn't get to play it, like, back when it was free, because there was, like, a little free time. There was, like, a little point at, like, where it was free for a while. But I didn't get to finish it, because I had family stuff, so that kind of sucks. So, what I want to say, what else about it? It's just a fun game. It's a fun game, fun weapons, fun everything. Yeah. Wish I could play Splatoon 3, but that's money, and your boy's in college, and can't afford that. So, yep, easy A tier. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Don't... Oh my... Okay, clear out the space. This is actually my favorite game on the Switch. Just... It might be one of my favorite games ever. It might be my favorite game ever. Xenoblade Chronicles 2... Man... This game is just so amazing. The worlds, the music, the battle mechanics. Oh my god, the story. I'm kind of hesitant to go into this game, man. This is like, okay, this is like one of the only times I'll actually rank him. Oh my god, top of S tier, dude. You know, fuck this. Xenoblade here, dude. Man, and you're probably like, well, why is this here not like Definitive Edition or Xenoblade Chronicles 3? And it's because I'm only ranking games that I've actually played. Like, at least a little bit. I don't even have those 2 games because, well, I don't know. I need to get around to playing 1, and but I can't even play 3 until I get 1, because 3 has, like, something to do with Xenoblade 1 and 2. And I actually already, I'm actually in the middle of getting Xenoblade Chronicles X. I want to bid for it online, so I'm gonna be getting that in the next couple days, and I hope to actually do a review on it because not a lot of people have actually played Xenoblade Chronicles X, so I hope that's gonna be a good video to make. But with this game, it's just, oh my god, this game made me cry. Like legitimately, this game made me cry. Actually, the story was so good, and all the characters are so lovable, and it's such an amazing, well done game. I think personally, this blows Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom just out of the water. It blows them out. Okay, blows Tears of the Kingdom out of. Okay, it's like a little bit better than. I think this game is better than Tears of the Kingdom or Breath of the Wild. And I know that's a blasphemous take. Like, what do you mean it's better than Breath of the Wild? Breath of the Wild's the best game ever. And I'm like, yeah, it's one of the best games ever. But I think this is in my opinion, this is my favorite game of all time. The story, oh my god. I don't want to spoil anyone because this is legitimately like the best game I've ever played, and I would hate to spoil it for someone. But yeah, no, it just, God, I love this game so much. The music, oh my god, especially in like the end of the game when like they change all the battle music to make it even more epic, and all the cutscenes music is just so good, and the battle mechanics where like you're chaining combos and using elements to your advantage. It's like Pokemon. Well, okay, it's not like turn-based or anything like Pokemon, but it still uses elements and like moves and everything, but it's all like real time. Like you control, like if you want to like do a double slash or a backslash or whatever, you can do it like right then and there. You time it whenever you want to. It's like it's a turn-based. It's like what I wish turn-based games was like. We're like, you know, because it's like you use moves and everything, but it's still like in real time, like you're doing them right then and there. And on top of that, just the story was so insane, man. And the plot twist, oh my god, man, the plot twist all around this story. You don't know what to think. Your mind is actually fucked by the end of the game. You don't know what to think anymore, man. It's crazy, man. The story, the music, and the battle mechanics. The it's just such a good game. And I don't cry over games like that, but this one made me cry more than once. It's just unbelievable. If I could make, I wanted to make a Xenoblade to like a review, or not a review, but like a breakdown, just to like truly express why I think it's so amazing. But that topic's already been done to death, and I feel like if I just do that, it'll probably just be like a rehash of what other people say. Even though I haven't watched other people like what they have to say about it, I probably should, but I haven't. I don't know, just this is like the best game I've ever played, ever. And I don't know, just such an amazing game. And if you haven't played it already, please play it. Please, I'm begging you, please play it. You won't regret it, like ever. Alright, I know that was a lot of games, and this is gonna be probably one of my longest videos ever. But I just wanted to make a video of like all these Switch games and stuff that I've played and that I've had fond memories, because even the trash ones like right here, even those ones I still have some fond memories of playing, you know. But yeah, just wanted to break down like where I would rank up all my games that I've ever played for the Switch. And that's pretty much it. You know, cheers for the next console. And I'm waiting, because as of today, um, the 13th of June, they haven't released an official date for the June Direct. But it's gonna be soon. They're gonna be releasing it soon. Super soon. And I do plan to make a reaction video to that too, so please stay tuned for that. Alright, I think that's pretty much it. Alright, that's the completed tier list. Right here. That is my official tier list. Yeah, that's gonna be it for me. Man, it's gonna take a long time for me to edit all this. Alright. Thank you for tuning in. Alright, I'll see y'all later.